Today is the day the M52 finally gets installed in the TI. Before I actually put the engine in, I need to throw the motor mounts, at least in the subframe, loosely. I'm not going to tighten the bolts on the bottom, but I'll get them in there and then I can kind of line things up after the engine's in. I think I lost some footage because honestly I forgot to press record, but I've got the engine in the car now and I've started buttoning up everything on the top end. I think at this point I need to figure out some of the wiring at the positive battery terminal, and then I need oil. I have the power steering system all buttoned up and together. Ran a vacuum line to the fuel pressure regulator. Have everything pretty much ran in the engine bay now. I need to figure out the vacuum port off the brake booster. For that, I think I might need to figure out a different solution there. Let's see. Throttle cable I need to figure out. I thought I could use the 4-cylinder one, but I think I might be missing a plate or something, so I've got to do a little more research there and see what I need to do, but it's starting to get buttoned up. I need to do the underside of the trans, so the trans is just held up by a jack right now, but I need to get that buttoned up, put the shifter in, drive shaft, and then the trans mount. Slave I'll get to as well. I just have the hard line run to the tunnel, but I don't have the actual soft line and the slave itself run. So I'll have to do that and knock that out, but it feels good to have the engine in the car. It's definitely going to be a little harder to move around the garage now with more weight in it, but get something off the hoist and off the stand. So making progress. I need to run and get some oil and button up the underside of the car, but I should be able to start it fairly soon. I have a battery. I don't know if it's the right one that'll fit there, but it's one that I can at least test start the car with. And like I said, I need to figure out the positive wiring. There's a junction block here from the 6-cylinder car that a cable would have ran back to the battery in the trunk, but I think I can just remove the cables, put them to a terminal, and put them on the positive of the battery. So I'll work through that. But I want to get it started and see if it fires up and make sure everything's good to go before I start putting everything back together. So that's where I'm at. That's it for this video. Like I said, I'll button some of that stuff up. Next video should be the first start of this thing. So I need to get a MAF as well. That's something I realized I'm missing. I'll source one of those. I have to do some stuff with the intake anyway, because I'm not sure if I have the right intake boot. But sort all that out and then start the car up. But finally making some progress.